Welcome to day 15 of our 30-day series. Today, we're diving into one of the most primal fears known to man, fear of the dark. More specifically, surviving a night alone in the woods. It's something that even seasoned survivalists admit can be unnerving. When you strip away the comforts of home and stand alone in the wilderness, nightfall brings more than just darkness. It brings an overwhelming sense of isolation. Every rustle, every gust of wind feels amplified, as if nature itself is watching you. But here's the thing, night in the woods is survivable. Fear, though, can be one of the greatest challenges. Your mind plays tricks on you, making the situation feel more dangerous than it actually is. In this episode, I'll break down how to keep yourself physically and mentally strong through the long, dark hours. First, let's talk about preparation. Knowing nightfall is inevitable, you need to set yourself up for success before the sun goes down. Having shelter is priority number one. This is not just about protection from the elements, but also creating a psychological barrier between you and the vast unknown outside. Building a basic shelter, like a lean-to or debris hut, gives you a sense of security. It doesn't need to be fancy. Even just having something over your head can make a huge difference. Find a spot near natural resources, water, dry wood, and plenty of natural materials for insulation. After shelter, next is fire. Fire isn't just for warmth, it's your psychological safety net in the world. The glow of flames can make the dark seem less intimidating and, as a bonus, most wildlife will steer clear of fire. Trust me, fire is your friend. Without it, that small snapping branch in the distance, your brain will start thinking it's a predator, or worse, a monster. With a fire, it's just a branch. Now that you have shelter and fire, it's time to deal with the hardest part, the mental game. Fear of the dark isn't just about the lack of light. It's about the unknown. Your senses become heightened, and your imagination fills in the gaps. To survive the night, you have to stay mentally sharp. Remind yourself that the things you're hearing are almost always harmless. The woods are full of animals that are more afraid of you than you are of them. Squirrels, deer, and even raccoons sound much bigger when you can't see them. One effective technique is controlled breathing. When you feel anxiety creeping in, focus on slowing your breath. Inhale deeply, hold for a second, and then exhale slowly. It calms your nerves and brings you back to the present. Fear thrives on chaos, but when you control your breath, you take away its power. Distraction is another powerful tool. Having a task to focus on can keep your mind from spiraling. Keep your fire going, rearrange your shelter, or whittle a piece of wood. Anything that grounds you in the present moment helps. Remember, night passes. It may feel like it lasts forever, but dawn will come. Focus on small tasks, breathe, and trust that you are safe. Once you get through your first night in the woods, you realize something important. The dark is not the enemy. It's just a part of nature. Just like the trees and the animals, you belong here as much as anything else. Yes, fear will creep in from time to time. But when you've prepared, when you've kept a level head, and when you understand that fear is just your mind trying to protect you, surviving the night becomes less of a challenge. As the sun rises, you realize you've done it. You survived the night, not because you fought the dark, but because you learned to coexist with it. And that is the key to mastering any fear, is understanding it and moving forward anyway. Thank you for joining me for day 15 of our 30-day survival challenge. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for day 16. Where we'll explore the art of finding water in unexpected places. Until next time, stay safe and stay prepared.